Good morning. So today is April 1st and I'm enjoying my morning in my favorite chair with my cup of coffee. And I wanted to talk a little bit about uh, weight and maintaining weight and ideal weight. So the reason this has come to me is because I weigh in on the first of every month. So today was my weigh-in day. Why do I weigh in once a month? Well, because I want to be sure that what I'm doing is working, which is that I'm maintaining my weight. Um, I don't need to look all the time. I don't want to get obsessive about it. I spent a lot of my life on the scale. And every day when I would stand on the scale, or maybe more than once a day, I was either good or bad. Oh, I did good. Oh, I'm bad. Um, Today, when I stand on the scale, it's not about good or bad. It's, is what I'm doing working or is it not working? I feel like that's the tool I use to show me if what I'm doing is working. What are my goals? Are my goals to lose weight? If my goal is to lose weight, then when I weigh in every month, I want to see it go down. It doesn't need to go down 10 pounds a month, but as long as it's going in the right direction, then I believe that what I'm doing is working. So my goal today is to maintain my weight. So um, that's what I check on the first of every month to be sure what I'm doing with my food regime is working for me to meet my goals, which is to maintain my weight. So I'll share with you how I determined what my ideal weight is. This is just me. This is not, I'm not recommending this as some weight loss expert or that I've looked at every chart and this is the one I've picked. But I went on the Mayo Clinic website, mayoclinic.com, and I found their weight chart. And I thought it seemed pretty reasonable. So it has a uh, very large range of weight for each height. So I'm 5'6", and what's really interesting is that I spent a majority of my adult life at 5'8", and I have since become the incredible shrinking woman. So I always went by the charts at 5'8", and then as I start shrinking, I have shrunk 2 inches over the past, I'm going to say 6, 7, 8 years. It's been slow, but it's 2 inches is a lot. So now I'm 5'6". So as I shrink, my weight range changes. So it's pretty stable at 5'6". It's been 5'6" for a while. So I look at the range for 5'6". It's a pretty broad range. Um, so how do you decide? Do you say, oh, right when I'm in the range, right when I've gone from overweight into normal, now that I'm 1 pound in that range, that means I'm normal? Or do I keep losing weight until I'm 1 pound over underweight and then say, I'm not underweight because I'm in this range by 1 pound? I don't want to play that. I don't want to play that mental game. So what I decided for me is that I brought it right to the middle, the very center of that range for, for 5'6" is 133. So I decided if I make that my ideal weight, let's just see how that feels. And it feels, not only does it feel good physically, but it feels good mentally, that I'm not thinking about all the other numbers up there that I could be before I'm overweight, or if I ended up wanting to take it too far, Now I'm down here and everyone's saying, Lulu, you're so skinny and you're so gaunt and you're so, you put some weight on, you got no meat on your bones. And but I'm in the range, I'm in the range, but I'm like this close to underweight. I don't want to play that game either. So so it doesn't matter what anyone says to me. Like if somebody says to me, Lulu, you look too skinny, you look gaunt. I know for me that I am in the center of the range. I am not underweight and I am not overweight. I'm not approaching underweight and I'm not approaching overweight. I know this, so it really doesn't matter what anybody else is saying to me. So now weight fluctuates. Weight fluctuates. It has nothing to do with fat or food. Weight just fluctuates with fluids and such. Um, so what I do is I give myself um, a 2 pound range. So if I'm if my ideal weight is 133 and I'm 132 or 131, I consider myself still at my ideal weight. If I'm 134 or 135, I consider myself still in my ideal weight. So that to me is my wiggle room for normal weight fluctuations. It has nothing to do with, oh, I was bad or I was good. No good or bad. Is what I'm doing working? Is it meeting my goals? Is it helping me to achieve my goals, what I'm doing? So, so this morning I weighed in and I was 132. So I am in my range. So there's nothing for me to change. There's nothing for me to consider. I'm in my range and it's just where I want to be. And I've been in my range now for about 8 years. I started eating like this about 9 years ago, and I needed to lose a lot of weight. I lost a lot of weight, and I come from a top weight of 241 pounds. That would be my top weight in my lifetime. And as I said, today I'm 132. And I don't want to start fluctuating up and down and back on diets. The past 8 years, I have been maintaining this weight. And when I do go to 130 or 136, that would bring me 3 pounds under or 3 pounds over. That's when I make a change. I don't want it to go more than 3. I don't want it to go more. I don't want it to go more than 2. But when it's 2, I know I'm still in my range, 2 up or 2 down. But when it's 3 is when I make a change. So if um, a few months ago, at the end of last year, I was 130, and that's not good. That's not what I want to be. So I just made a tweak to my food plan. I just added something. And it doesn't take much to just change it. It's not like, oh, now I need to gain a pound. Let me go have some pizza. No, I'll just say I might add like a fruit to my day. I might make my protein 6 ounces instead of 4. Those are the kind of changes I make. Um, and then the next month, it always comes back in. It always comes right back into my range. And then if I have gone up, um, I find that like in the summer I'm much more active than in the winter. So I just wait for it to show me on my instrument, which for me is my scale. It shows me when I need to make changes to my food. And they're just little subtle changes. That's all it takes to shift weight up and down to keep me in my range. This is the way that I find to be the most peaceful way to remain at my ideal weight in a peaceful way. I don't want to play the games that I've been playing all my life. Let's make a deal. Let's make a deal. Oh, Lulu, go to the gym and then you can go out for drinks and pizza with the girls after you hit the gym. No, no more let's make a deal. No more deal. There's nothing. it doesn't even matter anymore. It doesn't even matter because I've grown to uh, enjoy and love the food that I do eat. Um, I, I removed sugar and alcohol from my diet. Those two things were owning me and never serving me well. So I just eat the things that I believe serve me well today. Um, so that was my weigh in today, 132, right in my range, 5'6", 64 years old. Why do I love being in my ideal range? Well, when I first started on this journey of weight loss, naturally it was all about looking good and getting in the cute jeans and wearing the cute clothes that everybody can wear. And I just wanted to look good. And it was really all about that. But it turns out, after that always being my goal all my life, here I am at 64 years old, and there is just nothing more valuable than feeling good, feeling healthy, feeling agile, getting on the floor and getting back up, putting in a hard day's work in the yard or in the garden or in the garage. So each day I just thoroughly appreciate my mobility and that I don't have one ache or pain, zero, nothing from head to toe. And I take no medications. And I'll just say, I don't come from a very healthy gene pool, so I can only come to believe that the reason that I'm in the shape that I am today and the condition of my body today is because of my choices, um, and because of my action. You can make a decision, do something, but it doesn't mean a thing unless you do it. Kind of like that analogy about the three frogs on a log. So there's three frogs on a log, one decides to jump. So how many's left on the log? Still three, because one only decided to jump. He didn't jump, he just decided to. So you can decide that you want to start to take better care of yourself, eat better, lose weight, whatever it is that you long for, but you got to do it. You actually have to do it. Because, we all want it, and you can believe that you need it, but you really have to do it. It's a big change. It takes some time to adapt because it is a new lifestyle. Like, my social life changed. Um, my some of my friends changed. You find out who your eating buddies are, and you find out who your drinking buddies are. As soon as you stop doing that stuff for socialization and you see the people that remain in your life and you just redesign those relationships, uh, relationships built around food and drink. I mean, what are they all about? So I can really be with anybody doing anything. uh, I'm not tempted. I don't want what they're having, and I will be with them and enjoy myself. I'm just staying strong in my choices, because when I weigh in on the first of the month, I want that instrument to relay to me that what I'm doing is working to maintain a healthy body. Um, is thin healthy? No. Thin is not. Well, I know that one of the aspects of good health is to be in a normal sized body. But I can be in a normal sized body and eat potato chips all day, but just enough that I'm not gaining weight I'm really not going to be in optimum health. But I know what goes on my plate, and I know that I eat tons of produce, and I eat organic, and I eat complex carbs. I don't eat simple carbs, and I don't make exceptions. I know the quality of the nutrition that I'm putting in my body. I really feel like as my body is maintaining this size, I can tell by the way I feel, and because of the fuel I choose, I truly feel that I am doing my part in my aspiration to be in optimum health. Now, God may have another plan for me. I don't believe that I'm indestructible. My goal is not to see if I can live to 100 or 120. My time here on this earth, I want it to be quality. And sure, I can do van life with adventures, and I can do this, and I can have this, and I can do all these fun things. But if I don't feel good, I mean, it's hard. Feeling really good and alive and vibrant for me just sets me up for adventure. Even if it's sitting in this chair, it's an adventure. I don't know if that can even make any sense to anybody else, the way that it feels to me. Because what I do is very intentional, and it's worth all the time and effort and money that I put into purchasing high quality food, preparing everything just the way I enjoy it, assembling meals in a balanced way, and having a very specific supplement regime. Although I do have a exercise regime that has been designed for me, I don't always follow it, but I am always active. I feel like a very active person, um, and I know for my ultimate benefit, I would follow this fitness routine that is very gentle. I think that's why I struggle with it, because it's so gentle. Um, I've been told I'm way too yang. I need to be a little bit more yin. And I don't like being yin. I like being yang. So, as this uh, fitness regime that was suggested to me by a very wise person is very gentle, I struggle with it. So, I go in and out of it. I go in and out of it. But so I'm not perfect. I don't do everything perfect. This might be some of you that just you go to the gym every day and you have no struggle with that because you're in that groove and you don't struggle with it. You're not trying to find excuses not to go. That's because that's where you are with that, and I'm not. But I'm just sharing where I am with food. So uh, I don't do everything perfect, but I've learned enough from my own past that without the structure of my food plan, I I would likely be in trouble because I have a history of not making very wise choices with food. Spending most of my life struggling with weight, like serious amounts of weight, up and down. Like I didn't play with 10 or 20. I played with a lot, up and down all my life. No more. I'm all done with that, and I'm all settled in, and I'm in my groove, and I'm in my regime, and maybe I'll be like that with my fitness routine someday too. Also, meditation, highly recommended to me to meditate. I struggle with that. I struggle with a gentle workout. I struggle with sitting still. Uh, I'm just I'm just an active, busybody person, and so if you're struggling with your food, I get it because I struggle in other areas. So I know what it's like to say, I really want to do this. I want to meditate every day, but, uh, and then I just find myself not doing it. Um, everything in its time. Perhaps one day that peace will come into my life and it will be just natural and effortless. Maybe the fitness routine will be natural and effortless. Uh, but I have time for those things to work itself out. But for today, I'm in the routine and it's effortless. It's become effortless. And I'm so grateful. So I hope this helps in some way. You may want to check out the Mayo Clinic website, and just find that middle number and just see what that feels like to see that number. I remember when I first saw the number, I thought, that's way too low for me because my idea of always being in the perfect weight was always as long as I was in the normal range. So according to this chart, my God, I could weigh 20 pounds more than I do right now and I'd still be in the normal range. And I don't want to be there and I don't want to be way low. I just want to be right in the middle. Right smack dab in the middle just feels very peaceful. It feels very sane. It doesn't feel kooky. Just feels so peaceful. Bye for now.